Okay, so are you into the future of tech? Like, really into it?
Absolutely, always looking ahead.
Well, get this, because today we are diving deep, and I mean deep, into the world of quantum technologies.
Really fascinating stuff.
It really is. And you
Yeah.
know what? It's not all like spaceships and teleportation anymore. We're
Mm.
talking real-world stuff happening right now.
Exactly. It's incredible how quickly things are progressing.
Right. I was reading this article about quantum sensors, and it kind of blew my mind.
I can imagine there are some impressive developments in that field.
Okay, so get this. They're saying these sensors could actually replace GPS.
It's true, and not just improve it, but completely change how we navigate.
Yeah, like no more relying on satellites, which, let's be honest, can be a bit wonky sometimes, am I right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
GPS has its limitations. Quantum sensors, on the other hand, utilize something far more fundamental and reliable: the Earth's magnetic field.
So it's like having, what, a super accurate internal compass.
That's a great way to put it. These sensors operate at the quantum level, exploiting the incredible sensitivity of atoms to magnetic fields. They can detect the tiniest variations, which is what gives them such remarkable accuracy.
And it's not just about finding your way around town, right? I mean, the applications for this kind of technology seem endless.
Absolutely. We're talking about a potential revolution in navigation, and the article even mentioned the U.S. Air Force is already testing this technology.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, think about the strategic implications. Navigation systems that can't be jammed or spoofed, that's a game changer, especially in, say, military operations.
That's insane. No more getting lost in that corn maze.
Huh, precisely. And it extends far beyond just defense. Imagine the possibilities for exploration, underwater navigation, even search and rescue operations. The potential impact is huge. And it doesn't stop at navigation either.
Wait, there's more.
This technology is also making waves in the world of medicine. Imagine
Uh-huh.
diagnosing a heart attack in just minutes with incredible accuracy.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's insane. How is that even possible?
Well, the heart actually generates a very weak magnetic field.
It does.
It does, and these quantum sensors are sensitive enough to detect it. By analyzing these magnetic signals, doctors could potentially get a much faster and more detailed picture of what's happening, leading to faster diagnoses and potentially life-saving interventions.
Wow, that's incredible. I mean, every second counts in those situations, right? It's kind of mind-blowing when you think about it, right?
Yeah.
Like, we're talking about tech that's straight out of sci-fi, but it's not sci-fi anymore.
It really is remarkable, and we've only just begun to scratch the surface of what's possible with this technology.
So true. And speaking of scratching the surface, one area where quantum tech seems poised to make a huge impact is in drug discovery.
Absolutely. This is an area with immense potential for breakthroughs.
Because right now, if I remember correctly, developing new drugs is like a crazy long and expensive process.
It is. It can take decades and billions of dollars to bring a single new drug to market.
Yeah, it's a ton of trial and error, right? Like testing out tons of different compounds.
Exactly, but that's where quantum computers come in. They have the potential to significantly speed up the process, drastically speed it up,
Really? How so?
by simulating molecular interactions at an incredibly precise level.
So instead of like scientists having to test thousands of compounds in a lab, they can run simulations on a quantum computer.
Precisely. And because quantum computers can perform those simulations so much faster than traditional computers, we could be talking about shaving years off the drug development timeline.
Wow, that's incredible. Imagine the possibilities, especially for like diseases that we haven't been able to find effective treatments for.
It's a game changer, for sure. And it's already being explored. This article mentioned research into neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's.
Wow, that gives me chills just thinking about it. But, I can't help but think about the potential downsides too. I was reading about the risks of quantum computing, especially in terms of cybersecurity. Is that something we should be concerned about?
It's definitely something to be aware of. The same power that makes quantum computers so revolutionary could also be used to break the encryption methods we use to protect our online data.
Really? Is that even possible?
Our current encryption methods often rely on complex mathematical problems that are very difficult for traditional computers to solve. But quantum computers could potentially crack those codes much, much faster.
So, like, all our online banking, our emails, everything we think is secure online could be vulnerable.
There is that potential, but thankfully researchers are one step ahead. They're already working on something called post-quantum cryptography, or PQC for short.
Right. PQC, I remember you mentioning that. So it's like building a super strong digital fortress that even quantum computers can't break into.
That's one way to put it. Basically, it involves developing entirely new encryption algorithms that are specifically designed to resist attacks from both classical and quantum computers.
Okay, so it's like a constant back and forth, right? Like a cybersecurity arms race to stay ahead of the bad guys.
Precisely. As technology advances, so too must our defenses.
Well, that's reassuring to hear, at least.
Hmm.
It's just, when you think about it, so much of our world relies on secure data these days. Like, it's kind of scary to imagine what would happen if that security was ever compromised on a large scale.
It underscores the crucial importance of staying ahead of the curve in cybersecurity, especially in this age of rapid technological advancement.
Is, like you said before, we're really just at the beginning of this whole quantum revolution. And who knows what other incredible applications we'll discover in the coming years.
It's a future brimming with both exciting opportunities and complex challenges, and it's unfolding right before
It's
us.
like a never-ending race, right? Trying to build the best defenses against any possible attack.
It's a constantly evolving landscape for sure, which is why it's encouraging to see so much focus on PQC research already.
Yeah, makes you feel a little better knowing they're on top of it.
Absolutely, and it highlights just how critical cybersecurity is in this day and age.
No kidding. It's like our whole world runs on data now.
It really does, and the security of that data is paramount.
Okay, so big picture time.
Let's do it.
We've talked about quantum sensors, drug discovery, cybersecurity, and it seems like every day there's something new popping up about quantum this or quantum that.
It's a rapidly expanding field, that's for sure. And we've really only just scratched the surface.
So any guesses on what other crazy quantum inventions are coming down the pipeline?
It's tough to say, but that's what makes it so fascinating, isn't it? The possibilities really do seem endless at this point.
Totally. This deep dive has been like a wild ride through the quantum realm,
It's been a pleasure exploring it with you.
for sure. And, for anyone listening, if you thought quantum mechanics was just a bunch of theoretical equations, well, think again.
It's moving out of the lab and into the real world faster than most people realize.
It really is. So much to be excited about, and probably a few things to keep an eye on as well.
Always. It's a brave new world out there.
Truer words have never been spoken. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the incredible world of quantum technology. Who knows what mind-blowing breakthroughs we'll be talking about next time?